are bad. How is everybody? How we doing? Sorry I'm so late. But like Dad always said, better late than never. Oh, we got skeeters in here. It's not good. Truck spider ain't doing his job. Where the hell did that thing go? Skeeters. Dakota's timeout saying, there we go. How's it going, Dakota? Sorry I'm so late, man. Rich GT350R is in the chat. Howdy, Rich. How we looking? Whew. How's everybody been since yesterday? GTI Warriors in the chat saying, if there's a skeeter on your Peter, whack it off. Brian M's in the chat. Howdy, Brian. Dakota saying, Ari, I got that double pumper pretty much all cleaned up. I'm going to build it soon. Nice, man. I'm so glad it's going to be of some use. You know what I mean? It's an 850, 850 double pumper. It's a pretty good, pretty solid carb. You know what I mean? You just got to get through all the years of crap work on it. You soaked it in some chemicals. What did you soak it in? Yeah, I'm just hanging out over here on a Sunday night. I was trying to get my laptop going up there, but I was having a lot of trouble with that. I was getting kind of frustrated, so I came down here. I'm like, I'll just go live on the phone. As long as I can read the messages, I'm a happy man. So there we go. At least there is that. Chris Greenaway saying, Ari, I'm jealous of how long your days are. Yeah, right now it's pretty significant. It's about 8, a little past 8 o'clock, and it's still kind of light. The sun's setting right now. How are you doing, Chris? Dakota's come out saying a little green mean and a little pine sol, and then some soapy water. Blow it all out. Really good. Repeat a couple times. Blow it out really good and repeat a couple times. Nice, man. I've heard of people soaking them, but my coworker actually just fixed the parts washer at work. I didn't realize it was his parts washer, but he finally went and fixed it. And I'm kind of excited about that, to have a parts washer again. Sure would have been nice when I was putting all these dirty Apache parts together, but no such luck, huh? Chris Greenaway is saying, doing good. They messed up a parts order and sent me 78 parts, so I'm trading them for the rims, since he owns a 78. Oh, damn. Mexican Specs in the chat saying, hey, Ari, didn't think you're going to make it. I didn't think so either, Mexican Spec. I almost called it a night, but I didn't want to leave anybody hanging, so I jumped in. Dakota saying, yeah, that's the way it goes. Nathan's Mopar Garage in the chat. Howdy, Nathan. Did you ever get to work on the car yesterday? Chris Cadman in the chat. Howdy, Chris. Tabo Garage. How's it going, man? How's it down under? Mexican Spec saying, I thought you might be doing something with family. Yeah, earlier I was. We went out to a place in East LA to get some food. Just kind of a lazy day. Just went out and cruised. And got back a little while ago. And I figured, hell, it's not super late. So it is kind of, but I figured I'd go live anyway. Tabo Garage is saying, cold down under, we're actually getting a winter this year. Is it pleasant at least? I mean, sometimes the contrast is nice. I know it's warming up here, and I'm already hating it because it's going to be miserable the next few months, pretty much until November. Nathan's Mopar Garage is saying New Yorker is running again. Nice, man. What all did you have to do with it? I could probably watch the videos, but you know me, I'm brain dead. He's still A, man. Yeah, no, I don't know if you ever been there, Mexican Spec, that place called Cronies. I think it was off a Telegraph and a 5. Nathan's Mopar Garage saying video's not out yet. I'll check it out. I'll try to check it out, Nathan. You know how I am with that. The food nerds in the chat. Howdy, Mom. How are you? Chris Greenway saying RE owns a 78 Trans Am, but his grill and emblems are old and need to freshen up. Really good trade across the board. Nice. Chris had a nice day. Had a motorcycle ride and a swim in Lake Huron. Nice, Chris. And you have a decent Canada Day and everything? Got to celebrate a little bit? At Zero's in the chat. Howdy, brother. What's going down? What are you getting into? Chris Greenway saying, but doesn't want the Rally 2 rims. Jeez. Score for you, man. JB's little shop's in the chat. Howdy, JB. Mexican Spec saying, you know you could afford a house if you move out of California. Yeah, pretty much. It bums me out. It really does, Mexican Spec, because I don't feel, it's not like I'm making crazy money or nothing, but I make decent money, and it just doesn't really go nowhere out here. It's like, then again, you know what I mean? I say decent money, and the guys at Del Taco are making a couple bucks more than me nowadays. At Zero saying, messing with my BBD, pain in the ass, idle is off, flat spot after warm-up, rough idle. That sounds lame. I still need to get a rebuild kit for mine. Chris Cadman saying hipper wash. What is that, Chris? Is that some kind of Canadian slang? Is that a slur? Dakota's time out saying 78 TA, I like them cars. Pretty sweet cars, Dakota. I lose track. After around like 74, 75, I'm like, they still made cars? I'm just kidding. But yeah, decent day yesterday. I ended up just getting the timing cover and an oil pan on the 350. I was gonna pop the heads on there, but I need to repaint them. And I was pretty tired of rattle cans yesterday, so I held off on that. Chris Greenaway saying, Chris, I was down there last weekend for SIGs. At Zero saying, I have my new one. We can't find my throttle link. It's somewhere. Don't want to buy one. Damn. Foggy's in the chat saying, what's going on, fellas? Not much, Foggy. How are you? Is it Foggy? Is it effigy? Am I that stupid? Has it been effigy this whole years? This whole time? Chris Greenway saying, only buy a pack here or there for the garage. I can't do the cigarettes anymore. I can't do it. I used to smoke a lot, and then I was up in the mountains here and in the elevation, and I remember like sitting there trying, like putting a lot of effort into trying to smoke a cigarette. I'm like, this ain't for me. I already got weak ass lungs. Hubie's Garage is in the chat saying, hi guys, just dropping in to say hi from Montana. Got to get back to my trailer axle swap and editing some video later. Have a great 4th, y'all. Thanks for stopping in, Hubie. Hope the trailer axle's not too much for you. Well, not too much, but I hope it's not a pain in the ass. Mexican Spec saying, Hubie's Garage, will you take a look at the 56 Chevy I posted on Instagram and tell me your opinion? Chris is saying, Chris, you should cruise the coast. Hubie saying, Mexican Spec, I'm not on Instagram. Yes, Hubie's only on TikTok and Snapchat, if I'm not mistaken. That's a joke. Mexican Spec, you can link the video if it's on your YouTube channel. Hey, Dino. How's it going, man? He'd be saying it's almost done. Just need a quick run to Napa, and I'm off to get the perches welded at a buddy's shop. Nice. As long as you got some help up there, you know what I mean? I can't imagine being in a new place and trying to work on something. Chris Greenaway saying, I only light them up for the smell. Trust me, I'm tempted. I'm tempted sometimes, Chris. I used to smoke Camel Wides, and then I had a menthol phase. Chris is saying my apartment's looking good. Thanks, Chris. Like, try to keep her together. Mexican Specs looking for the videos. Foggy saying, all right, doing good, man. You, couple days off, hanging back. Same thing, man, just chilling. I would have been off yesterday, but I went to work and just started messing with my own stuff. I don't have a garage, so it's like if I want to mess with my car stuff, I got to go to the shop. So I did that, and then I'll probably go in tomorrow, too. I don't want to miss out on the 2 days of pay. Yeah, Zero saying works tomorrow, of course. Yeah, exactly, at Zero. I could take the day and probably do something, but then I'll be hurting come the next paycheck. Dean Stevenson saying T working today. Twerking. Twerking today indeed. You paid. Oh, you get paid for 2. You get holiday pay? Nice. It's more than I got at Zero. Just gonna go take a set of spark plugs or something just to get even with him. That's my holiday pay. But yeah, a little bit of progress on the V8. Need to buy parts, same as ever. Just little stuff. Chris Greenaway saying holiday tomorrow, and since we worked and the holiday landed on a weekend, so work gave us Monday off. Nice. At Zero saying link. I don't think it would be at Zero. That the only Dodge we have is like maybe a late 70s or early 80s truck. It's got a 318, but I don't think it's the same setup. Dakota saying, or 850 double pumper. Dakota, you see how harmless that was now, right? I mean, it's like no one, it's just like, all right. Somebody might have kind of wanted to make money off of it if they could, but yeah, I don't know. Charlie Roma's in the chat saying, hey, what's up, Ari? And hello to everyone. Howdy, Charlie. How are you, man? How's anything happened? I don't know if you're in the live streams yesterday, but if not, how did the week treat you? Anything cool happen? Chris Cadman saying, why is there a steering wheel in your living room? Well, because, it doesn't fit well. It doesn't fit well in the backyard, really. Auto Salvage Outlaws in the chat. Nathan's Mopar Garage is saying, Zero, what link are you looking for? I think he was talking about some kind of throttle linkage. I'm not sure. GTI Warrior saying, all right, when are you going to fix the chandelier in your apartment there? I know, isn't that thing sad? Just the saddest little bulb just hanging by 2 wires. I don't know, Chris. Maybe this week. Maybe this week. See if I get a chance. I wanted to work on the truck, but I'm so desperately just trying to put some time into that V8. Charlie missed yesterday's stream. Wasn't much, Charlie. I was just running around the shop a little bit. I was kind of bored and just felt like streaming some of the work I was doing. And it was all right. I did a couple of people kept showing up, and I don't like streaming when there's people around. Because if you watch the one where my boss showed up, we're cussing up a storm and talking shit, and it's just it's not good for YouTube, I guess. So what are you gonna do? Ed Zero saying bolts on the carb, throttle cable, and lockdown works. You know the one. Chris Cabin saying lava lamp. Lava would be cool. I should plumb a gas lamp in here and just use some pressurized kerosene. I think that would be the way to go. Let's see if I can get kind of in the light here. Can I do it? Can it be done? Can it be done? I'm trying to get in the corner. Hubie's Garage is saying this is supposedly what Haggerty thinks they're worth. Number 1 is $48,500. Number 2 is $31,000, and number 3 is $21,900. Number 4 is $14,900. Dave Lewis made it. How you doing, Dave? I'm sitting over here in the dark. We're laughing at my courtesy lamp again. But Dave's doing good. Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. GTI Warrior saying, cool, gas lamp and the Apache. I dig it. Just give myself another something that could explode. And Zero saying, just did a Magnolia to 55 freeway cruise at damn Skeeters. At 100 miles per hour. Runs great. It's idle and it sucks. Huh. Charlie Rome was saying, gotta get that tabletop campfire. Something. I mean, no, I left my light at work. I'm gonna say I got my work light. I could do something. I don't want to pace it. My problem is if I get up with the phone, I get a decent camera angle, but I start pacing because I'm such a nervous creature. Chris Green always saying those 71 Monte Carlos are gorgeous. Chris, I just saw one. East LA is full of old cars, and the restaurant that I ate today is right on Whittier Boulevard. So I was sitting there, and people were going by and just the coolest stuff. 40s cars. I saw a 50s Buick. I saw maybe I think a early 50s Caddy as well. Buff Del Campo saying I'm late again. You're never late, Buff. I'm the one who's late. Everyone else is just kind of here to observe me being late. There we go. You guys can kind of see me now. How you doing, Buff? Nathan's Mopar Garage is saying zero the stud and nut that screw into the carb on the throttle blade. I have some of those. And Zero saying I don't think Monte Carlos are good looking. Don't be blind. Don't be blind to the world. The greatnesses of the world. At Zero. Auto Salvage is saying Hubie's Garage. Hello. I want 2 of your stickers. I still need to put a Hubie sticker on my truck. I have it on my toolbox. Tabo Garage is saying, hey, later, guys. Only a quick stopover so you all know I still love y'all. Got to do some work now. Hey, Tabo, thanks for stopping in, man. Good luck with the work. Hope everything goes smooth. Have a solid week out there, and make sure to check your fluids, man. Zero say Mexican Bank just need that bolt deal. Buff Del Campo saying I'm trying to get a Linux laptop up and running. That's why I'm late. Buff, I tried getting my laptop going tonight, and that thing was just updating and slow. So I went straight to the phone. I'm like, I'm not letting these folks wait another half hour, because then it's midnight for most of the East Coast people and everything else. I'm like, I'll do 11 o'clock. Excuse me, but midnight's stretching it. You know, Doug can't join in. Unfinished project can't join in. It's already too late for them, pretty much. You know, you kind of get the chance if you do a little earlier. But so I try to get on here. Mexican Spec saying, "You cost me a lot of money, Ari. I check my fluids." Hey, Chris Sanders in the chat. Howdy, Chris. Chris Greenaway saying, "Ari, damn, better land yacht than an AV car." Yes. Hubie's Garage is saying, "ASO, is your email on your YouTube or about homepage? It may be a bit. I'm trapped in Montana with a broken travel trailer." But once he fixes that travel trailer, he's going to be raising his upper crop of dental floss. And with his pair of zircon encrusted tweezers, he'll, you know. At Zero saying EV, transportation appliance. Buff Dog Compost saying, "I'm on Linux, but the A key is broken." No, you can't spell Ari. It's wrong. Auto Salvage Outlaw saying, "I checked my fluids and found out I don't have any." That's how that the auto salvage. That's why I say it, because every time I check, I don't have any, and it's like, whoa! I'm glad I did that. Everybody, check your fluids. You know. It started. I think it started because of a transfer case in a Bronco that I was working on in the shop about, geez, almost a year ago now. Geez, that went fast. And it had been sent from the shop without any gear oil or fluid in it at all. So it seized up. And my big joke was, check your fluids. You know, you really got to check your fluids. And then I think a few weeks later was when I had lost brake pressure completely. And I drove to work with no brakes. So the check your fluids thing kind of stuck. Chris Cadman saying, "Don't they raise dental floss in Montana?" I might be moving to Montana soon. At Zero saying, "Place in Costa Mesa, California called Body Juice." Like, is that fluids? Yeah, what is that? Like that you go there to like donate plasma or what? Body Juice? Hubie's Garage is saying, "Mexican Spec, yes. 2 doors are more desirable. The video is a bit grainy, but I'm on a weak hotspot. If it's totally rust-free, you should have no problem selling it at that price." Dakota's timeout is saying, driving with brakes is pretty cool." Yeah, you're telling me, Dakota. My brakes had failed about, maybe a mile and a half from here. And I knew that if I turned around, I would run kind of a higher risk of brake failure because of the stop and go of this area. So I was like, well, I can either just kind of put it to the shop, or I can stay here and just kind of make us, and not be able to do anything about it. So I drove to the shop I had like, a couple good solid pumps of brake pressure left, and it was just enough. I was able to make it in there, and yeah, my the stud that held on my wheel cylinder had like completely loosened and fallen out. There was like a jingling mess of brake fluid and pieces in my front right drum. Hubie, the tweakers got into your shit. You're telling me that. I didn't realize you got Montana tweakers. Auto Salvage saying, Hubie's Garage, holy crap, shoot their ass. Yeah, I'm sure he would. I don't think Hubie be taking any shit from anybody. That sucks, though, just the inconvenience of it. I couldn't believe that. It sounded kind of like harrowing, for lack of a better way of saying. You know, you got up there to Montana with the missing wheel, the busted axle, and everything, and then he was telling me he wasn't feeling well. He'd got some kind of stomach flu symptoms, which God knows if it's from the climate change or the stress or some road food you ate. But that sounded like a perfect storm of bullshit, Hubie. Take it in stride, I guess. Mexican Spec, Hubie saying, the 58s are getting hard to find, but still not a Tri-5. The Impala is the most popular because of American graffiti, but I raced a cool 58 Biscayne in the 80s. 58 Biscuit, that's a cool car. Chris Greenaway's talking about the Shroud. Chris Cadman saying, once we got 5-mile-per-hour bumpers, I just ditched the brakes. Did I miss a message from you, Chris? No, I don't think I did. GTI Warrior saying, road food. Why you don't see squirrels in the South? Chris Sanders saying, just had that happen to someone from the self-adjuster not being installed correctly and the spring missing. Yeah, Chris, I think I don't know what happened there. I mean, I guess I don't really know, I guess. Hey, Spencer's in the chat. Howdy, Spencer. How are you, brother? UB's Garage is saying, yep, squatters living upriver for me. They got into it about 3 months ago. I'm packing here, so they don't come near the property now. The stomach flu got some in town, too. Pain in the ass, UB. Squatters. Here, I'll make you a trade, Hubie. I'll come squat on your land and you'll never see any squatters. Besides me. Mopar Man 1978's in the chat. Howdy, Jeremiah. How are you, man? Auto Salvage Outlaw saying, Hubie's Garage, I can't stand people that take something. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's kind of funny. Everything people steal from me, I'm always like, well, I kind of would have been inclined to give that. I don't really. My pressure washer, though, I used to have a little Karcher pressure washer. I love that thing. Gone. Chris Sanders, 8-0. Yeah, the bottom spring on the shoes was gone, and the adjuster was. Fucking Skeeter, you stay away from me. Stay away. I will end you. I will end your short little life. Get. Go on now. God, piece of shit. Damn Skeeters. Add Zero, that was when I was still in that Santa Ana house, though. Add Zero, what's funny is I just ordered the bearing retainer for that 4-speed transmission, and Mexican Spec helped me conclude that because the address on my PayPal is still that Santa Ana house, they keep sending packages over there. So I had to go to the old house again and get a package from the poor people who live there. Nathan's Mopar Garage is saying, where's the truck spider when you need it? He's right here, too. He's just, he's just kind of sequestered to this. Come on. Turn around. Turn around. He's sequestered to this corner of the windshield. Won't show him. Is it going to show him? Doesn't want to focus on anything. It's like, can't refocus the camera when it's on this live stream mode. That little dot. Right there. That dot is the truck spider. Yeah. Mexican Spec saying it's not hard to change the address on PayPal. No, I didn't think of it, Mexican Spec. It was, I ordered the gear from Rock Auto, probably, what was it, about a month and a half ago when I rebuilt the 6-cylinder. And then The only thing I've really ordered off of eBay or with PayPal since is that bearing retainer. So I assumed it was just an autocorrect thing because the address that I'm sending it to, the shop, is 1025 North Santiago Street in Santa Ana, and the other address is 1421 North Main Street in Santa Ana. So it's pretty close there. GTI Warrior saying, so your truck spider is a lazy, good for nothing squatter. Yes, he's not earning his keep. I'm going to have to let him go into the woods. Mohawk62 is in the chat saying, hello, Ari, and everyone in chat. Just stopped in to say hi and hit the like button. Thanks, Mohawk. Glad to have you, brother. Hope everything's going well. I'm over here dodging mosquitoes. Mopar Man 1978 saying, dealing with my upper tooth split almost in half just in front of my molar. It opened up some more. Just can't have it removed until the 11th. Jeez, man. That's got to be rough. I'm going to hit the truck stop and get some dope for that, man. Just kidding. Oh, that's rough, though, man. That can't be easy. Chris Greenaway saying, are you unhealthy? Nope, I just eat 2 pounds of salad per sitting. I ain't the healthiest cat. I'm really not. I especially right now, I'm normally around like 200 pounds. And I stepped on the scale today and I'm like 233 pounds. Like, I was like sitting there like, are you serious? Like praying that scale's wrong or something? 232 pounds. Isn't that an AMC motor? 232. No poor man saying, all from a large Bryant. Oh, an unpitted olive? Damn. Betrayal. That thing was probably just eating delicious ass olives and then crack. Look, mom's trying to defend me like, you're tall. Yeah, you know you can be tall and fat, mom. Those two things don't cancel each other out, mom. Mohawk 62 saying lots of cool cats in here tonight. You included, brother. You included. Glad to have you, man. GTI Warrior saying tall and fat. Why are you talking about me? See, it's kind of one of those things like to where like the height, it'll allow you to hide it at certain angles, but it's like, you know, when an entire tray of brownies disappears, you can't hide it. Chris is saying, I'm not cool. You're cool, Chris. Just by saying that you're not cool. No cool person was ever like, yeah, I'm cool. Chris Cadman saying 230 pounds on the moon. Mopar Man saying mosquitoes hate lavender, citronella, and lemongrass. Sad part is I got some spray. I think it's somewhere around here. I've got some. The truck is very trucky. You know what I mean? Like when the world ends and stuff. Anybody who finds this truck, you know, there'll be some mosquito repellent, some matches, a couple cans of Beanie Weenie. You know, they'll be set for a little while. Ad Zero saying, I will be 50 on the 10th. I can still chuck around cases of coolant, 60 pounds, like nothing. Fuck, are you going to be 50? You're going to be 50 years old? Damn. Shit's moving too fast for me, I'll tell you what. GTI Warrior saying, yeah, I'm 6'2", 250, and you don't really notice the fat unless my shirt's off. Yeah, I mean, this is like the most I've weighed. I mean, no, because I wrestled in high school, and when I stopped wrestling, My body was like, "Hey, you're gonna stop that, like all right, well, you're gonna consume the same calories and stop doing all that stuff." And I got up to like 240 pounds, but Barrow's Garage is in the chat saying, "Hey there, brother Ari, and everybody. Howdy, brother Bear. I had to tune out of the pickup earlier just to do some family stuff, but it was cool being on there just the same." Chris Green was saying 5'11", 250. It's not a small amount of weight. It's kind of funny. Like I said, I'm always fluctuating right around 200 pounds, but then today that scale shocked me. I don't know why it shocked me. I'm kind of aware of myself when I stuff my face. Why would the scale be a shocker? I'm all like sitting at the restaurant, like just had my chicken fried steak, potatoes, green beans, and a biscuit. I'm like, I just kind of need a slice of pie now. Maybe not to have right away, but to have for later, just in case I do feel the need for pie. Mexican Spec saying, "Why do you guys know how tall you are and how much you weigh?" I don't know. Dakota's timeout saying, "I'm 6'3", 260 pounds. Dakota, that's not funny. Eric Kofed popped in and said, "Hello, Ari, and good night." Just popping in to say hello. Thanks for popping in, Eric. Glad to see you in the chat, brother. Hope everything's good. If you're out on the road, I hope it's not too hectic and you're staying safe out there. I don't need to tell you to check your fluids, man. One poor man saying, "I made a mistake for lunch. I ate a small can of Bush's baked beans." It's probably a good lunch, though. Chris Sanders saying, "I just did an ABS delete on my sister's 97 K1500. Real good at flaring brake lines now." There you go. I'm actually decent with automotive plumbing. I don't do the prettiest stuff, but I'm really good at replacing things and mocking things up just the same. GTI Warrior saying, Mexican spec when I was in the Army, height and weight checks were a regular thing. Buffalo Campo saying, "I put a scale in front of the refrigerator a few years ago." Just put it on the wall by the kitchen table, so I can just kind of push myself away every time I look at the scale. Yeah, see, Chris is 6'2", 190. That's normal, Chris. You know what I mean? I'm getting up there to where like I'm gonna get that like, when you see one of those like giant dudes at like the Cracker Barrel or something. And like the only thing I could find that would fit me is like some kind of like denim tarp that they've made into like a mock Wrangler shirt. Hubie's Garage is saying, "Sprague Cowboy baked beans are the bomb." I gotta try them, Hubie. I actually have a really, really good baked bean recipe. I'm incredibly proud of it. It's been a couple years since I made any, but very, very proud of my baked beans. Buff Del Capo saying, "I lost 100 pounds in 2007. Were you all right, Buff? Was it just kind of was it something wasn't a health thing, was it?" No poor man's talking about flatulence. You're going to be as bad as Chris's dog. GTI Warriors say, "Man, I'd be a lamppost at 190. I usually am, man. I'm not the biggest dude. I got like, the Middle Eastern gave me kind of a weird build. I'm not like kind of like John Wayne, to where it's like you're really tall, but why do you only grow around the middle? Buff Del Campo saying, "Only gained 20 back." Hey, you look healthy, Buff. At least last time I saw you on camera, you looked healthy, man. GTI Warrior saying, "Mexican spec celiac's brutal. My wife has it." Buff Del Campo saying, got fat and became a diabetic. I lost the weight and gained a lot of energy. Hey, geez, I mean, that happens, I guess. As long as you're all right, Buff. As long as you guys are all right. My mom saying Iran gave him that nose for sure. Oh, yeah, this thing's pretty serious. It's like, yeah, it's not good. It's not a good thing. It's a big old nose. Dakota's talking about saying, I live in the crystal meth capital of the world. A lot of people can lose weight real quick around here. God, that's got to be rough, Dakota. I remember when I was in the South staying with my mom, you couldn't leave anything outside, not even a propane tank. Chris is saying, hey, don't wake my farty dog. She's going to wake up and just let one loose, Chris. Damn skeeters. Hey, go over there. Go to the damn truck spider. Give him something to eat. Piece of shit. I sure do hate skeeters, guys. I don't know if I ever mentioned that. Dakota's time out saying I live on Sound Mountain, nicknamed Meth Mountain. Yeah. Yeah, those are always cooking out there. That's kind of what it is. What is it? Ray Wiley Hubbard said it cooks a crystal meth because the shine don't sell. Likes the money, don't mind the smell. I'm saying someone stole my big blue Weber. Yeah, it's exactly. Couldn't leave anything in that side yard. People would drive by and steal it real fast. Buff Del Campo saying I'm old, but I guess that's okay. When I met Dakota a few years ago, he looked at me and said, you're short. Brian M. saying my scariest days in fast food was when I had meth head employees. The stories I could tell, but not on YouTube. Got to make a channel just for it, Brian. Hubie's Garage is saying ASO is not a fan of skeeters either. Slapping skeeters. I sure hate those things. And it's funny because, I'm pretty damn domesticated, so I start to see a few too many of them. I get pissed about it. GTI Warrior saying, I'm pretty sure Pierce County, Washington was the meth capital once upon a time. GTI Warrior, it's kind of nuts over there on like the eastern side of the state, right? Like towards Spokane and stuff. It's like it's like that meth kind of high desert thing, right? Pretty bad out there. When I was in Olympia, I saw a lot of drug stuff, a lot of drug addiction, people kind of messed up on the streets and all that. But it seemed like it was just a kind of the Portland culture reaching north more than anything. Buff Del Campo saying Dakota was a tall 16-year-old when I met him. Hubie saying I got him here in Montana. Yeah, I bet by that river, man. He probably got a bunch of skeeters. You know what's funny, Dakota? Hubie said the same thing. He was all like, "Whoa, I didn't think you were like freakishly tall." I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'll try to duck. We get some fireworks. Was a good one. Well, you gotta hope it's fireworks nowadays. Chris Cadman saying mosquitoes in my town are as big as birds. Like Jumanji. Chris, GTI Warrior saying, yeah, what is it? The Portland culture mixed with some terrible political policies. Yeah, it's kind of rough, man. Kind of sucks. It's such a beautiful place, and I was just laughing because you go around and everybody's like trying to make it seem like they're in some like rundown end of the world type place, and I see the ACAB everywhere. All cops are bastards. Which, I grew up in punk rock. That was on everything. People had it, tattooed on them, scratched onto them, then write it on walls, whatever. Hey, all cops are bastards, but it's like, it's kind of Southern California. At least Huntington Beach was like a damn police state. There was riots, you know what I mean? Every 4th of July, they got the SWAT team on, going downtown and everything else. So I could see it, if you're from down here, it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? You could probably have a little bit of animosity towards the police, but up there, they don't do anything. They don't bother you. So it was kind of funny seeing so much hatred towards the police. What am I missing? Hubie's garage saying, luckily the water moves fast. Hubie, that river looks so damn beautiful. Hubie's garage saying, only in San. Dakota's time I was saying, I'm about 5'10" and wear cowboy boots and work boots all the time because I like to feel like a big, normal size Dakota. Thank God. Hubie's garage saying it's bad everywhere with this drug and theft crap. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. Mohawk saying, auto salvage outlaws. I'm in Ardmore, Tennessee. If I drive 1 mile south, I'm in Ardmore, Alabama. One town, 2 cities, 2 city halls, 2 police stations. Poor man saying, Skeeter 100 feet. Yeah, I showed up to Hubie's house, I'm all overgrown. Yeah, Dakota. I keep forgetting how young Dakota actually is. Dakota, you're not. You're 19 now, or you're 20. Hubie's car just saying it must be short because Barrows and cousin Mike are tall too. And I met them 2 weeks ago. I don't know. Cousin Mike's got that like superhuman thing going on, but I know I'm damn overgrown. I try to slouch to make up for it to where I'm like a normal height, but it doesn't work. That was cool. You got to go up there and meet him, though. That's just cool. You're up there somewhere. It's cool. You're somewhere besides here, man. Dakota's dependent on the Ariats or what? Yeah, I don't know what's going on this week. I know most of the guys at work are leaving on a dirt biking trip on Thursday night, if I'm not mistaken. Work tomorrow, so it's going to be a really short week, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll get to do something cool, finish something. God knows. Until then, it's like I got all this wiring to sheathe on that Bronco that I showed, and that's going to be a pain in the ass. Hubie's garage is saying I was so stoked when they handed me your oil pan to take back to you. That's too cool, Hubie. I mean, Brother Bear getting my, Brother Bear having my back. Cousin Mike's always, always super supportive, always have my back any way he can. And then, all 3 of you guys kind of getting together on the same, I don't know. It's cool. It's cool having good friends like that. I appreciate you guys. Solid advice, help, car parts. There's no limit. I'm excited about that too. I'll get back into that dart probably when I get the oil pan then. I guess I could pull the engine now. That way it's at the shop ready for the swap. And then that'll be pretty solid. Weird motherfucker just walked by. Excuse me. Weird guy just walked by. God. Poor man saying we didn't have a mosquito health issue until a few years back when they started the recycling kick and brought back those big boats over from third world countries with piles of old tires and mosquito larvae. I thought all the mosquito diseases were Bill Gates. Hey, Olive's here saying, oh yeah, I wasn't expecting this tonight. We're here, Olive, we're here. But yeah, Brother Bear, I appreciate you, man. Those are parts that I would not be able to find down here. With any luck, I might be able to get them off of eBay. But you know how that goes, especially with Mopar parts. Those guys, they're like, well, I know that 16 of these were made. So, Mom's saying don't stop watching that guy. Oh, Mom, it's San Juan Capistrano. These guys down here are soft. UB's Garage saying, I've said it many times before, Barrows was my first sub, and Cousin Mike got me over 1,000 on Barrows is Live a year later. Good people. Is he still in the background? Is he back there? Well, he better not be in the background. Oh. Oh, man. I don't mind. Jeez, people want to do that. I don't care if he wants to get crazy. That's fine. No one's out here. You guys got me paranoid for a second. I'm like, did you see someone behind me? The best is saying this could be the night you get jacked. It's not going to end up well for whoever tries to jack me. I'll tell you that, right? I'm like, I don't talk a big game, but I don't take any shit, guys. Oh, man. One poor man saying I had to cough up 200 plus for another expenditures just to get the 2 converters down to that shop in Alabama. Yeah, that sounded exactly Mopar, man. Stuff like that's tough, How you doing the best? How's it tonight? Oh, man. Chris Cadman saying, your backyard looks like a parking lot. Yeah, Chris, I come out here. My pops has got an office right up there. That one. That's the sad room I usually do live streams on. Because it's quiet down here. And I came down here and tried to use that damn laptop. It wasn't working, so I chill. And this is where I store the truck generally, so win-win. GTI Warrior saying you got to make the other guy think you're meaner and crazier than he is. I mean, at the end of the day, there's good odds. Like I said, I'm no tough guy, but I ain't sure as hell ain't taking anybody's shit. Hubie saying, you're in San Juan Capistrano. Yeah, I'm down here tonight, Hubie. Just down here tonight. This is usually where I stream from. Like I said, I come down here just because it's quieter, it's easier, and then, you just head out at the end of the night, and it's cool. Dakota's talking about saying carrying gun is the great equalizer. Yeah, Dakota, that wouldn't be a bad route. In California, though, it's liable to get you in more trouble than anything else. X Inspect saying I have to go finish cleaning out in front of the house. I'll leave mosquito food for a while. Oh damn. Buffalo compost. Yeah, they're the swallows. They come down here and nest. It's on their migration. Nathan's Mopar Garage is saying, ASO, are you still fighting Rich? Wait, what did I miss? Did I miss some good drama? Did I miss some good shit, guys? Come on, tell me. What did I miss? What did I get? What did you guys do? What did you do now? We got No Name Nationals drama. What do we got? The best is saying God made man, Colt made them equal. My best friend is Samuel Colt, the wicked six gun that I tote. None of that. I mean, I don't know. I was a doorman for a lot of years, and I don't know. Like I said, it's talking about it's stupid, but I do all right. I never got my head kicked in, I guess, so that's usually a good sign. If you can kind of deal with confrontation for a job for a better part of a decade, not end up in the hospital, it's kind of you're doing all right, right? Mom's saying, remember that Colt, Mooney? A Colt DA-41. One of the first double action revolvers ever made. Auto salvage. You had a bunch of people trolling you, but I don't know what was going on. I heard Mr. Will was in it. I've heard all kinds of things, but I'm never. Nathan's Mopar Garage is saying drama's good for business. Yeah, that's why I'm still under 2,000 subscribers. No drama. GTI Warrior saying I carry daily. It's not my go-to, but if I need to, the option is there. Yeah, Chris, that's a good way to go about it. I'm always, kind of. I think my hopes is that I just got this this big heart. I'm like, no, nothing's gonna happen. You won't need it. You won't run into anything, But the reality is I probably should have something. Nathan's Mopar Garage is saying under 2K. I just hit 250. That sucks, Nathan, because you're actually smart. You could teach people some stuff. And me, I'm just over here running my mouth. So. No, I'm just kidding. Subscriber numbers. I'm surprised I have as many as I do. It's kind of cool. I'm glad people enjoy, watching the shorts and everything. I mean, the integral audience is always here, kind of on the live streams and stuff, though. So that's kind of cool. I feel like the main folks I get to address personally, and that's fun for me. GTI Warrior saying, unfortunately, I've seen too much of the evil in this world to be optimistic. Me too, man, but I can't let it go. You know what I mean? I'm, at heart, I'm a cynical prick at heart, and I really gotta fight it the best I can, just to kind of, you know what I mean? I feel like it's just like I'm that close to becoming a sociopath every day, so I gotta fight it. All because I help Rich and I'm a supporter of No Name Nationals. You got to support the No Name Nationals. Chris Anderson, he's got my Ruger LCP 222, my first gun. It's kind of gangster, Chris. It's a good one. LCP. People talk a lot of crap on them. Oh, it stands for little cheap pistol or whatever. But it's like, call it a little cheap pistol when it's pointed at you. Dakota saying, I really don't have any handguns, but I bet you I will carry a Colt Peacemaker replica when I get old enough to legally. Nice, Dakota. A single action. That's what New Guy's garage. That's what he carries. His pocket carry. It's Charlie Roma saying that zero. What a great line. All you can do is kill me. I'll let you know if it works, maybe. GTI Warriors saying hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Yep. Chris Cadman saying you were there, Ari. Buff Del Campo saying, Ari, are you going to No Name Nationals? I sure would like to, Buff. You know, John's really tried to get me to go. A lot of people have tried to talk me into it, offered help and everything, which, you know, as much as I appreciate it, is very imposing. You know, taking anything from anyone's hard for me. You know, it's like I wish I had more to offer at the very least beforehand, and then yeah, I don't know. But I would like to go, just to, you know, mainly to meet everybody, just kind of have some barbecue and, you know, talk shit, for lack of a better way of saying. Mohawk saying, I like my Taurus 38. There's another good one. Mopar saying 22 cal aimed at the right spots just as well. I carry 22 semi, but changed up to my 1911. That thing's nice, Mopar, man. You sent me a picture of it. That thing's gangster. Chris Sanders is saying, still trying to learn about the laws of having it in the car and stuff. Barrow's Garage is saying, the most gangster thing I've ever done is light a cigar in a Lincoln Mark. Felt pretty good. Damn, Barrows. Damn, that's got to feel great. Luxury. Just full-on luxury. Mom saying, plus I live in Arkansas and you could stay here, no excuses. They don't want me in Arkansas. It's the last thing they want. Oh, it's saying like a 1911. I'm pretty old school. Oh, they're pretty great. Excuse me. Buff Del Campo saying, Ari, just get in your truck and go. That's what I do. Kim goes and races her van. Buff, I mean, you know, with the work I'm trying to do to this truck, it may not be an impossible thing to do with the small block, better transmission. If I redo, I need to do my bushings and ball joints, tie rod ends, just stuff like that. I don't see why I couldn't. I don't see why I couldn't make it more road trippable. But that is a long trip out to Missouri, just the same. Hey, John's here. John's saying the best place for your holster, the best place for your pistol is in the holster where it should be. Solves all kinds of otherwise self-imposed problems. That's what I'm saying, John. It's like, I don't know. Auto Salvage Outlaws saying, Mopar Man 1978. Nowadays, better just grab a shooter and shoot their ass. Chris Cadman saying, someday I will own a Nash Metropolitan. That'd be a classic one to have. Mom saying, if I was an Italian mother, I'd totally guilt. You've been guilt tripping me for like 10 years. Like a good 10 years, Ma. It's been this like cold, like a Cold War, a cold guilt trip. How's John doing? How'd the week treat you, man? Did anything cool happen? How many more days till the race? The best to say the Nash is so ugly. I think that's the point. The best people like them because they're that ugly duckling kind of car. They're like, why is an automobile shaped that way? Stranger Sound saying, yo, UTG peeps. What's going on, Stranger Sound? How are you? Mopar Man 1978 saying, Auto Salvage Garage, a stage trooper did a video on YouTube, a simulation of a person. Person's running up and tackling a live shooter. It didn't go well for none of the shooters. Oh, for the non-shooters. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it doesn't work like that. You can't respawn like in a video game, you know, if you... Stuff happens with bullets. John Wilburn saying, busy, 80 days, 23 hours, 46 minutes. Nice, John. Glad to see you on the chat. I know we've been going on pretty late Sunday night, so I know it's probably not the easiest to pop in, but glad to see you just the same. GTI Warrior saying, I hear woo girls. Yeah, GTI Warrior, they do, let me see if I can get the angle right in there. They do weddings. And most weeknight, well, not some weeknights and most weekend nights, they'll have a wedding there. And it's honestly kind of a bummer because you get, like right now, this is obviously, you hear the silence and like, oh, it's this personal song. Like that's a dance. Yeah, there it is. Oh, they finished their dance together. Oh, they get to spend the rest of their miserable existence together with this legally binding contract. Sorry. You see why I only talk about cars, guys? No, yeah, they have weddings over there. You know what's been bothering me is the playlists that these people have the DJ play for their wedding. And almost at every single one, I think every wedding that I've heard over here, they played ABBA, Dancing Queen. Every one. And I don't know about you guys, but if I paid someone to play music at my wedding, if I had paid for it and they played ABBA, I'd fight someone. I'd fight that someone. Skeeters. Yeah, the woo girls is bad. Dakota saying, "All right, you should go check out The Wedding." Ever watch the movie Wedding Crash? Just pop in. I think I'm a little underdressed. Danny Boyd, Uncle Corn pops in the chat. Danny Boyd saying ABBA was well put together music, though. GTI Warriors saying I'd fight someone for playing ABBA even if it was free. I just can't believe it. I'm like that, and it's like, oh, you got 50 Cent, you got Magic Stick and stuff playing at your wedding. Like, if we come that far. Stranger Sound saying Doug Stanhope had a good joke. Hey baby, we got a great thing. We should get some lawyers involved. Chris Cadman saying, if I can't get a Nash Metro, I will take a Pinto wagon. Pinto wagon would be nice. Yeah, we got fireworks. Damn, I should have turned the camera for that. Yeah. Another sad thing is that because this is South Orange County and it's pretty much like Singapore, these people have to stop their party at 10 o'clock. So right around like 9:45, 9:50, the music shuts down. And then you see a bunch of sad people out here with nothing to do. Danny Boyd saying, I don't want to hear any music newer than about 1995. I'm with you. My record collection stops dead around the 80s. Just dead. At Zero saying sad curfew. Yeah, it's pretty like. Having worked as a security guard down in this area, I know how it is. 'Cause I used to have to tell people, if you could just move to the other side of the parking lot because your voice carries across the water, and the people who live in the yachts there. Good old place. Dakota's time out saying that's when you swoop in. Chris Cadman saying Devo. Yeah, get some Devo going. Get some Devo going for sure. I don't know what they're listening to now. I don't know what this is. Everything's just... Charlie Rum was saying, well, my favorite song is playing. Sounds kind of like my neighbor's. At Zero will tell you, and he hates me for it, but I really like Mexican music. But this reggaeton crap, it's not for me. The best is saying, that sucks. My town just banned fireworks. For the most part, they've been illegal down here as long as I can remember. There's been a few years where they've made exception, but it's generally just for safe and sane fireworks, which is obnoxious to me because it's like you can walk 5 minutes to the next city and buy fireworks and walk home, and now you're doing something illegal. So Stranger Sound is saying Clown World is devolving at an exponential rate. I'm with you, Stranger Sound. I mean, I'm not by any definition a smart man, and if these people are making me feel intelligent and worse than that, eclectic, that's saying something. They're pretty low. GTI Warrior saying there's plenty of good music past 95, but you won't have heard any of it on the radio. You're not wrong, man. Buffalo Compost saying, Aria, look, 1,850 miles for you. Just let the 6-cylinder cruise at whatever speed it likes. It'll be a fun trip. I don't know, Buff. I don't know if this old 6-cylinder's got another 1,850 miles, at least at once, in her. I just had that thing apart, and it looks okay, but it doesn't look great. You know, there was some wear on that thrust bearing, and the cylinders are a little bit glazed. I mean, it probably would, but I don't know, Buff. I'll probably show up with gray hair, you know. All I'm saying, some of it might be really rainy. Oh, rainy on the 4th? That doesn't sound fun. Beaker 138's in the chat. Howdy, Beaker. How are you? Charlie Roma saying wee woo sounds in the background brings me back to the sounds of the city, New York City. There's some similarities, Charlie. It depends on where you are here. It's not as dense, and things aren't as old generally, you know, because I mean, like New York is a city built on top of a city that used to be a city, kind of thing. But things aren't as old. But there's definitely some similarities in the culture and everything else. Auto Salvage Outlaw saying, "All right, I need some more watch hours." Me too, brother. Me too. I don't really mess with it too much, but I should work on it a little more. Stranger Sound is saying that one year, a few back, LA let the fireworks rip, and then the governor said no. I was stoked on the videos. I mean, the sad part is, Stranger Sound, that people will really just light them anyway. You know what I mean? It's just it just makes it potentially incriminating, you know, because everybody's doing it anyway. But it's like, all right, you know, cop cruises down the street, just decides to fine you and take your fireworks. You're the guy that got the, you know, get the bad luck. So. Dakota's time out saying in Florida you can't shoot fireworks on the beach. Then bigwigs will go patrolling, and as soon as they get down a little, they shoot a bunch of fireworks. Pretty much. John Wilburn saying country plus rap equals crap. Yet I consider each crap by itself anyway. Can't talk crap about country, John. Dakota's time out saying them beach patrollers will run all over and not catch anybody. Beaker 138 saying, Ari, did you get an email from me? Silver Barracuda in the garage running? No, Beaker, I'll have to check that out, man. I'll search my email. I've been getting, for some reason, it gives me like double notifications now, so it's been like annoying me, and I'll just like swipe my Gmail notifications away, and I've been missing some stuff. Chris Cadman saying I lived in South Detroit. Whew. Nathan's Mopar Garage is saying I like big block music. Hell yeah. Those 440s sound so mean, man. Mohawk 62 saying, now you're talking, Nathan. The best is saying Patsy Cline is not crap. No, the best. Patsy Cline is a saint. Rest in peace. And the Cowboy Copas, too. And Hawkshaw Hawkins. That's why I don't fly. Dave Lewis is saying, Ari, you need some time off for bad behavior. Yes. Stranger Sound saying, yeah, old country is legit. To me, like, I mean, the cutoff's probably that, like, late 90s kind of like the housewife country. I don't know how else to call it. It's like housewife country. Keith Whitley, Randy Travis. Danny Boyd saying Jim Reeves. Yes. Jim Reeves. Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. Let's pretend that we're together all alone. I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low. You can tell your friend there with you, he'll have to go. The best to say Neon Moon. Yeah, Brooks and Dunn. I always call it housewife country because everybody's like mom growing up. That was like, they're like, oh, look, I just listen to country while I'm doing the dishes. Stranger Sound is thinking, I was thinking more Johnny Cash, Waylon Willie. Yeah, Stranger Sound, that's a given. I'm just saying that's the cutoff for me. Is like I'll listen to all that. Like I love 80s country too, late 70s cheesy country, Gene Watson. I love country music. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that. Does nothing special, howdy brother. Saying country took a nosedive after the 90s. Yes, you're right. Charlie Roma saying my cousin's son is a rapper. My friend's son is a country music writer. Not a big fan of either music, but I'll listen. I listen to a bunch of crap, you know what I mean? And then when I started collecting records, it didn't help because I've got like a soft spot for folk music and stuff. So I listen to all kinds of weird music. Mexican Spec saying, I'm back. What did I miss? Nothing, Mexican Spec. Just me running my mouth more. Nathan's Mopar Garage is saying country turned into bad pop music. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, if I think that the music is like, man, that is a really childish sentiment, and I'm the type of guy who listens to teeners, you know what I mean? Like I listen to Buddy Holly and I'm saying, damn, your music's childish. That's bad. Had Zero saying, Brother Ari, it's that damn Grateful Dead that ruined your mind. Because my grandma had Zero. She always had this folk music and blues and all kinds of crap. And then my brother would play free speech radio, and they would play like tribal music, and that started he and I into listening to Ethiopian music. And this guy Ali Farkatori, he's this African bluesman, and just weird ass music. Chris Cabin saying, had the 12-string Gretsch out for a strum today. Chris, if I had the 12-string Gretsch, I would not be able to resist the temptation to play Devil's Plaything by Danzig. Just that intro. Auto Salvage is talking Hank Williams. Hank Williams Jr. Bocephus. Gotta love some Bocephus. I think my favorite song is the Old Nashville Cowboys. That song's too damn good. Stranger Sound saying, I'm an old school metalhead, but I like all kinds of stuff. Jazz, all types, old school hip hop. Lately rave era house music. Nice, man. The old school metal's hard to beat. That stuff's deep. Stranger Sound, do you ever listen to the band Pentagram? Mom's saying the sea shanties. Yeah, I like sea shanties. Don't rat me out, Mom. Sea shanties. The problem is I got into the sea shanties and I listened to them enough to learn the words. So all these years working, manual labor and stuff, I will sing the sea shanties while I'm working, and it's never failed to piss a boss off. Chris Cadman saying, noted. All the important crap I say, huh, Chris? Jeez. Mom saying I love Motown. Auto Salvage Outlaw saying I can't stand slow country music. What, like Don Williams? Mexican Spec saying, what is a sea shanty? A sea shanty is like it's a work song that sailors would sing. Or like a ballad. It can be a work song, it can be a ballad. They've got, there's sea shanties, and they got songs called four-bitters, which is like you sing one before you take off, you sing one when you're on the water, you sing one when you're working. Barrow's God is saying, well, the real Slim Shady, please stand up. Please stand up. Nathan's Mopar Garage saying, sing it, Ari. Sea shanty. Well, I mean, the Banks of Newfoundland is a favorite. It's technically a four-bitter. Danny Boyd's talking Johnny Paycheck. Mohawk 62 is asking, have you heard the new band, The Orc Kings by Frostbite Records? It's all AI, the voices, the music, the lyrics, the whole video. Really? That's kind of terrifying. That's how I felt about English music for years, though. It's so produced, it might as well have been AI. Stranger Sound saying Eminem was pretty genius in his prime. He's definitely different back then. Nowadays, we kind of lost him, but you know. Yeah, the sea shanties. At Zero remembers. He linked a shanty. Which one is that? Is that the Banks of Newfoundland? At Zero and I were working for our buddy, and one of the jobs included, you know, kind of mopping and sanitizing this huge room in a warehouse. And I had to mop this room. So I would start at one end and I'd sing the sea shanties. And one day, At Zero and I's friend walked in. And he's like, well, what are you doing in here? Are you singing? Like, what you said? It sounds like you're singing a sad song. Are you sad about working? And I'm just sitting there mopping and just mopping away. Me bully boys of Liverpool, I'd have you to beware. When you're sailing a packet ship, no dungaree jumpers wear. Pissing him off. But grab a big monkey jacket all ready to your hand, for there blows some cold nor'westers on the banks of Newfoundland. Fucking miserable song. Yeah. It's a pretty sad song, yeah. Yeah, Mexican Spec, that's Levi's overalls. Yeah, the song's basically, I mean, you know, these guys are sailing in Newfoundland, and you know, he's saying no dungaree jumpers wear, he's saying have a big monkey jacket, and he's saying, there was Jack Mensch from Ballinahench, Mike Murphy, and some more. I tell you, well, they suffered like hell on the way to Baltimore. We pawned our gear in Liverpool, and we sailed as we did stand. And there blows some cold nor'westers on the banks of Newfoundland. So they're basically just talking about working and freezing to death, trying to make some money. So. Dan, Johnny Horton died in a car accident. Dakota's talking about Johnny Rebel. Dakota, I tell you what, you know, that you can't find that music on the internet anymore, but damn was that, God, it was funny. Ignorant, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? Don't really agree with it, whatever, but damn was it good for a laugh. Yeah, it does nothing special. So Johnny Horton got killed by a drunk driver, which is kind of weird because I read in Johnny Cash's biography, one of them, that he'd often go and like hang out with Johnny Horton and they'd go fish together and stuff. And Johnny kind of predicted his death. Johnny Horton did. He was like, you know, I feel like something bad's going to happen being out on the road. And sure enough. Ah. The best is saying David Allan Coe. David Allan Coe's, I mean, just doesn't really get credit for as significant and as talented of a country musician as he is and was, I don't think. I mean, if you listen to that album, is it The Mysterious Rhinestone Cowboy? That's my favorite one. My God, that one and Long-Haired Redneck. I mean, it's just, there's a lot to be had. Stranger Sound saying Cayuse never did a bad. I'm unenlightened. I'm unenlightened. Yeah, you got to sing sea shanties though while you're working. I was doing it the other day because what was I doing? So I was doing something miserable at work, something no one else wanted to do. So I started. Hey, Dougster's in the chat. Hey, Doug. Thought you'd be asleep, brother. You off tomorrow? Dougster said, "Fuck yeah, I'm here for the long haul." Nice, Doug. They're partying over there. I should crash that wedding. I don't know if a dude showed up to my wedding in a t-shirt with a backwards hat, though, I'd probably notice. Tabo Garage is saying, hey, still going. I'm back for a while. Sweet, Tabo. We're here, man. Just hanging out. The best is saying, well, that's because of that really dirty... You know why he did that the best? It was to get out of a record deal. So like he was stuck, or a record contract. He was stuck in a contract, and he owed however many albums, and he did that album kind of as a spite. Like he did that as an FU to the, whoever was producing him at the time, the record company. Mopar Man saying, Ari, if you like that type of music like I do, check out the 97th Regimental String Band on YouTube. They're a Civil War group that sings 1700 and 1800. I'm just picturing that theme from the Ken Burns Civil War documentary, Mopar Man, that do 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 do. Does nothing special, saying that's right, Dean, quit stealing content. Stranger Sound saying, is it Cayuse or is it Cuse? Cuss? He's saying it was a 90s heavy band. Not quite metal, but heavy as it gets. Lots of Sabbath influence, but filtered through the alternative thing. That's cool. Just sludgy, fuzzy kind of music. I like that. It's kind of like the Melvins. Chris Sanderson, I just cooked a Hungry Man dinner. Yum. Hey, Chris, it ain't bad, man. Does it have one of those little brownies in it? Oh, damn. I need to face this camera that way if they're going to keep lighting fireworks. Oh, man. Ed Zero's asking Tabo's Garage how the future is. Mexican Spec saying, Chris Sanders, I wish those were available in Mexico. You can't get a Hungry Man meal down there? There's probably better food, man. Stranger Sound is saying, way after the Tony, Ari sings us songs. I try not to, Stranger Sound. It's more of a bad habit than anything, man. Charlie Roma saying, Ari, you're killing me. I might know a guy for a record deal to sign you up. A lot of, my younger life, I used to go everywhere with a guitar. I'd sing. It was kind of what I wanted to do, but I did not see a lot of money or promise in it. So I kept working, and I ended up kind of sticking with the working and not sticking with the music. Stranger Sound saying, yeah, I like the Melvins, but more refined and serious. Okay, I see what you're saying. At Zero has always shown me the best heavy music when it came to that kind of stuff. It was hard to find something that really caught my ear until he showed me. Nathan's Mopar Garage is saying, need some angry metal music once in a while. Oh, hell yeah. Danny Boyd saying, sounds like you've tilted a few back tonight, Dougster. Well done, sir. Indeed. Mohawk 62 saying, Crocus, stayed awake all night. My World is in the chat. Welcome. How are you? Danny Boyd saying, I remember Crocus. I've heard like one Crocus song. Stranger Sounds talking with that Zero about the sword. You got Rod Stewart playing in there? Huh. GTI Warrior saying Zero, the sword, great call. I still have his last little box of vinyl that he saved. And I do still have that, right, George? At Zero, whatever your name is. I still have that. And yeah, your sword album's in there. That thing looks badass, the album art and everything. Cheers, Doug. Wish I had a beer to crack with you, man. Doug's for saying Crocus, Bad Motor Scooter, early Sammy Hagar. Tabo Garage is saying these bands I've never heard of, stuck in the 70s, like Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, etc. Hey, those are good bands too, Tabo. Some of this crap's just like random 90s stuff. You'd have to really kind of be into it. You know what I mean? Stranger Sound saying, speaking of crocus, goddamn skeeters. I'm under attack. I hate mosquitoes. The Sweet is a seriously underestimated 70s band. Chris Sanders is saying, even though I have Alpha Gal for some reason, I still can't eat the brownie without getting sick. Oh, Alpha Gal. Chris Cadman saying, I had to get a job to afford guitar strings. Yeah, pretty much, you know. It got to be like that, and then, you know what I mean? After a while, all my guitars are up in Washington with my brother. My Martin's, like, cracked in a couple places, needs to be set up. I kind of gave up on it. People would be like, hey, Ari, you know, get your guitar out, man. I want to, you know, I want to jam. You know, I got a new harmonica or something. I want to jam, and I'm like, you know, I don't like to open the guitar case. And he's like, why? I was like, well, the problem is I can't really get the guitar out of the case without cutting my fingers on the shattered shards of broken dreams. I'm an ass. Dougster saying, eat more garlic. You will taste bad to mosquitoes. Works for me. I'll eat more garlic. That'll probably help me out a little bit. X-Inspect saying, I used to go into my dog's room and find 30 mosquitoes. Now I find 1 or 2. It gets better. Dougster's laughing. Buff's asking Dean if he's going to the No Name Nationals. Dean, you gonna fly across an ocean to get there? If Dean's going, I got no excuse. I'm there. Mohawk 62 saying, saw Saxon live in Germany in 1984. Jeez, Mohawk, that would be gangster. What were you doing in Germany in 1984, man? Tim Time Sports saying it's my friend Chris's birthday, and I was wondering if you could give him a shout out, please. Happy birthday, Chris. I hope you had a good year this last year. I hope your next year is prosperous, and celebrate very carefully, but also very frivolously. You know, just find a balance there. But very, very happy birthday, Chris. '97th Regimental String Band. I'll have to check it out, Mopar man. Be safe though, and be safe about it, and text me so I don't forget. Cause you know my dumbass will find a way to forget. Tavo Garage is saying, I'm at the bottom of the musical pecking order. I have drums. That is not the bottom. That's you got to be. Old Poncho's here. He's driving a classic too. Barrow's Garage is saying Scorpions are strangely underrated. They have a lot of amazing stuff. Barrows, that's another one too, is you only hear the few songs on the radio. You never listen to an album, but you listen to the album and it's like, damn, like these guys are good. Mohawk 62 saying Germany via the U.S. Army. Nice, Mohawk. I thought so. You never know. Maybe you're touring with a band or something. You never know. Mexican Spec saying you forgot to check your fluids. Tip Time Sports saying thanks. Yeah, of course. Least I can do. Any Boy saying Rose Tattoo. I've seen them get booed off stage in Horror Arena. At Zero saying everybody needs a drummer. Nathan's Mopar Garage is out for the night. Saying good night, everyone. Nathan, thanks so much for stopping in, brother. Always appreciate you. Always appreciate the support, and enjoy talking, man. I hope you have a solid week. Hope you have a really solid 4th of July. Check your fluids, man. Nathan's a plumber, so telling him to check his fluids is kind of ironic, I guess, but I don't. Dean is saying, Dean, no, categorically, my brother Anthony is a twin, and going and doing chemotherapy, secondary cancer. Not certain how it's going to pan out. His bro is devout and not taking it well. So duty calls for me. I'm sorry to hear that, Dean. You know, it's definitely a little bit more important than a drag race, though. And it's cool that you're going to be there for him. Chris Andrews saying, hell yeah, even Scorpion's new music is great. I'm unenlightened. Mom saw Prince get booed off the stage, trash thrown at him. Really? Prince? Dougster saying, it's story time with Dougster this week. Hook your peepers into it sometime. Mohawk62 saying, that's how I got to see Saxon. The Scorpions were scheduled but canceled, so Saxon stepped in last minute. Damn, that is pretty cool. Stranger Sound is saying, prayers for your brother, Dean. Yes, prayers indeed. Food Nerd saying, sugar eats cancer, so it's good to stop eating it. Mom, is that why I crave sugar so much? You know, maybe I'm feeding that brain tumor that makes me this dumb, you think? So it's just a thought. Oh man, these people are listening to some horrible music. I can't imagine that. Like, this is your wedding. This is a potentially defining moment in your life, depending on, you know, some people get married 4 or 5 times. I don't know. Like, to me, that's like going to prom 5 times. I don't think I could do it. It's too ceremonious. Danny Boyd saying, I like taking an aerosol can to mosquitoes. Ed Zero saying, dang, have to work, gonna call it. Thanks everyone for supporting my brother Ari. Zero, thanks for coming in, brother. Hope the work week's not too decent. I'll bug you about that clutch tomorrow. And I'll take a couple pictures of those BBDs, see if there's that piece you need. Charlie Roma saying, no sugar, no soybeans. Like, go. That's what I was going to have for dinner tonight. I was going to have edamame and a bag of gummy bears. Dougster saying carb cleaner kills all insects. It's the acetone in it. I'm never, you know what I mean? I never go too malicious on them, but yeah, guys, I'll probably go ahead and call it. I'm getting eaten by these mosquitoes out here, and probably get myself home and get ready to start this next week. Stranger Sounds asking if Marvel Mystery Oil is just ATF and acetone. I think it basically is. I mean, it might have some kind of kerosene in it or something. But basically, yeah. I love Marvel, though. That stuff is good. It works. But yeah, guys, everybody, thanks for stopping in. I enjoyed the hell out of the conversation. It was a fun night. I'm going to work on that courtesy lamp in the truck. Maybe I can just sit in there and enjoy a live stream in the truck instead of having to come out here so you guys can see me. But in the meantime, everybody have a great week. Have a great 4th of July. Firework just went off as I said that. I like that. But have a great 4th of July. Be safe out there, guys. Safe. Check your fluids, though. Thanks, guys.